Welcome back to Income Trading 101. Let's take a look at good old Alibaba Group Holdings. We're going to just use our same format for those of you who have watched these videos before. We're going to start off with a moving average. I like starting with moving averages. Actually, before I do that, it's always good to know where you sit. So this is sort of like the last 12 months of price movement. And you see where we sit. We're sort of middle of the rung, if you will, for the last 12 months. But we need some look at what a little bit of perspective does. You get to see our price now. We haven't really, aside from a period in 2022, we really haven't been in this low of a price since 2016. As we go all the way back in the price history. And of course, this is where I love TradingView has these dinosaurs. This is where the stock, listed and went public. So just puts things into context. We'll go ahead and put it back at that sort of 1 year point. Let's throw in some moving averages. Thank you guys once again for watching these videos as I get set up. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can be kept abreast of future videos. So we're just going to do normal, just simple moving averages. If you've watched these before, I use a green indicator for my 10-day, which is going to be my short-term moving average. Next up, I'm going to use 20 day over here. We're going to turn it red. That'll give me an indication of sort of a short-term sell. And then I like to throw in the 60-day just so that I have a good, multiple month. There are 20 trading days a month, so 60-day indicator. Oh, I didn't change the color. 60-day indicator is a good sort of rolling 3-month average. So we've got a 10-day, which would be a 2-week. And then, so there we go. So let's go ahead and hone in here. We have a scenario where I would say we are kind of in the middle because you've got the 10-day is below the 20, but both of those are above the 60. So you have 20-day, 10-day, 60-day, which means this is prices have sort of converged, and we really want to see that 10-day move higher. And if we get another big up day, it likely will, but so far, this at the daily range, and I'm using a day right now, this is not a good enough indicator of it being bullish or bearish. So let's go ahead and I just want to widen it out to the monthly. So on the monthly standpoint, we're still bearish. You've got the 10 below the 20, below the 60 month. Likely at the weekly too. At the weekly, so I can use the visual. So here, this is actually a bearish indicator, although it seems to be heading higher. You still have a scenario where the 60 week is above the 20, is above the 10 with all three in a row. To me, that's still very much bearish. I would not look to buy for a long-term hold or even medium-term hold until these both the 10 and the 20 week go above. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at a super short. So we go 4 hour. So at the 4 hour standpoint, you can see everything is in line for a bullish indicator. The 10 above the 20 above the 60. We'll go one step lower for the 1 hour. And at the 1 hour, we have a little convergence of the 10 and the 20. If you look at it numerically over here on the left-hand corner, you see that the 20 is actually slightly above the 10, and both of those are above the 60. So at the super short, it's a bit of convergence too. Let's widen this back out to daily. This is going to be a shorter video actually as well, just so you guys know. I just kind of want to get back into it. So we're going to do this. I like using the MACD as my sort of momentum oscillator, and I really want to look at it on the daily pattern. So with the daily, I'm going to widen this up down here. On the daily, you can see there is recently a crossover, but given that we've been in sort of a period of slightly higher but mostly channeling markets, this MACD really doesn't give us a whole lot of indication, even though the MACD line is above the average right now. So that blue line is heading higher. I don't know if you can see that on here. If you have TradingView, you can certainly pull this up yourself. But this is really not giving us the kind of indication that we want just yet either. I'm going to do one last thing before wrapping up this video. So I'm going to make another one a little bit later for tomorrow that will get posted tomorrow. But I'd like to do, I like looking at Fibonacci analysis. The reason I like Fibonacci analysis is because I have found it to be, it's watched by just enough people that it often can have some value. So let's go ahead and go from the big move up all the way back to this current period. I'm going top to bottom. It's basically a two-year run. Look at that. The 50% would be $189. That's almost $100 higher than where we are right now in this stock, right? The 38.2 coming in at 158, 23.6. So really, we're nowhere near those right now. If we were to start approaching that 120 line, $120 per share line, that would be significant. You can see we did approach it. We actually hit it back here in January, but then we came on off, and we've kind of been middling since then. So I'm going to get rid of that because that's not telling me as much either. The other thing I want to make sure of is that I'm very aware of what is going on, what this price has meant historically. And we're kind of middle markets, but lower. I think there's a lot of upside in the stock. And we obviously have an earnings day coming up here on in August, approximately the Thursday the 17th. So keep an eye on that. We might have middling markets until then in BABA, but hey, that's what we do the technical analysis for, is just to get a sense of where stock is and where it might be going. So looks like we're middle markets right now. And we've got an earnings call. There are always not lots of fun things to do around earnings, like ratio spreads, whatnot. I'm an options guy, but it'll be good to see. You can see just how that channel right now is just kind of flat. We're kind of flat in this stock right now. So middling markets, you can always look to sell, wide strangles or buy strangles too, depending on how you want to play it. But it's just, this doesn't give me a whole lot of excitement. We'll see what this earnings call is like. They haven't had a lot of movement from previous earnings in a while either. So maybe BABA is dead for a little bit. I don't know, but definitely keep your eye on it. And it doesn't hurt to play BABA versus some of its competitors like an Amazon or something like that. So that's it. Hope you guys have a great day. Tune in tomorrow for another video. Take care.